Okay, so, what was I doing? So I went to my mom's house, and when I walked in, or like when like the vibe was going around and stuff like that, I like had her like, I like flaunted like my arm real quick, and I don't know what it was, but I heard her like we were like in the midst of like Christ, and I was like, bro, I don't know how much, like, you know what I mean, I was kind of in doubt and stuff like that, and she was like being like my little angel filter and stuff like that, and I heard 30 more miles. So I heard my mom's Holy Spirit say 30 miles, and I've been doing good, like 3s and 4s and 2s and stuff like that. So this is like, I'm about to start my girly time, so I'm about to start my girly time. So I'm a little thicky thick right now, but I'm guessing in 30 miles, I want to see what that does, because now I've just been doing like 30 minutes, but now I want to like tally up how many miles I can do, because I've been getting like bored with it. So yeah, so I probably hit like once every 3 days, but my hip flexor is starting to get a little bit famished. It's starting to get a little bit worn down. As much as I love cardio, as much as I love it, you know, I'm there every day, but like I can't help my mentality towards it is a spiritual thing while my body is like heathen, you know, so I'm having to like rest and stuff like that. So what I did today is I went to my parents' neighborhood pool, and I swam for like 30 minutes, just little Peter patters, some ballet powders, and I called it good. Oh, and I got a haircut. It's called a wolf cut. What? So I'm excited for that. And yeah. So I'm gonna tally 30 miles. Okay, so another question. Turn that off. Another question too. So you know how like I'm eating good and I'm running. So when you run, you're hitting your cardio, so your metabolism, so that's eating. You're hitting your muscle, so that's eating. And then you're hitting your sleep, so that's eating. You're hitting your diet, you know, your discipline after running, so that's working, that's kneading itself through. So you're hitting 4 different puppies, you know what I mean? You're hitting 4 different puppies. You're feeding 4 different puppies, you know what I mean, constantly. So, but they're just little fiber puppies. So I like to like if I'm pulling yarn, you know, like the pull of yarn, I like to work out to the thought of that. You know what I mean? When I did heavy bodybuilding, I like to pull yarn, and then I like to hear like cables, like the like when the cable snapped. That's why I liked, you know. So that's when you know you had like a tunnel, like an ivory tunnel, hollow ivory tunnel, like bone marrow eating. So yeah. Oh, okay, so I got 4 puppies eating, right? So I'm gonna take that into consideration in the sake that this is how you fast. So if I was not even working out and I was sitting on my butt for 8 hours a day, sitting on your butt for 8 hours a day burns 500 calories. Now if you're walking for 8 hours a day, it's 100 calories an hour, right? So you're burning 800 calories. So let's put 4 puppies into consideration, and someone ran over a skunk. We got 4 puppies in consideration eating, and then also if you don't even work out, you're burning either 500 calories a day to 800 calories a day, and that's your brain too. Your brain's 3 pounds, so brain muscle, like when you're working your brain out a lot and you're super tired, that's a big muscle, you know what I mean? Like the biggest brain in the world is like 4.5 pounds. So if you cut your head off, like, and I'd be doing that too, like cutting your head off before you step on the scale, because your head weighs 8 to 9 pounds. So if I was like 150, then I'd be like 140, you know what I'm saying? So, and like this limb is like 30 pounds, this limb is like 30 pounds, you know how weight my guts are. this thingy thing that's thinging all the time, doing its own shit. And then my legs are like 60 pounds of freaking leg, you know, you slap that on a cutting board. So, or like a freaking brisket smoker. So, yeah. So, okay, so you got your metabolism, 4 puppies eating, and then you got like solitary nothing of doing nothing, and like you're still burning calories, brain, and just like your body like developing. But okay, so a pound, this is how you fast. Put those 2 aside. Okay? This is how you fast. Put those 2 aside. Don't calculate those anymore, okay? You're gonna commit later. So a pound is 3,500 calories, right? So what I do is I eat about 2,600 to between like 2,600 and then 2,800 a day. Okay, so if I'm eating 2,600 a day, 2,600, and a pound is 3,500, right? So let's say that that's money. Okay, so if this is 3,600 minus 2,600, and I got 1,000 in my hand, I'm throwing that 1,000 in a safe, right? So day 2, I got 1,000 in the safe. Day 3, I got 1,000 in the safe, right? So I just put $3,000 in that safe. That 1,000 calorie gap between 3,500 and I eat 2,600. So I got 1,000 calories left over from that pound, right? So every 3 days, I lose a pound. Every 3 days, I lose a pound. Okay, let's consider the 500, whatever. Okay, I'm walking on that anyway, or I'm sleeping on that anyway, blah, blah, blah. But if you mix in a good diet with good sleep, your metabolism, your green tea, your muscles, your cardio. Now let's talk about like that 300 calorie cardio, or that 300 calorie workout of muscles continually eating, your heart's continually eating, your guts are moving, like you're pooping out every meal that you're hitting up, you know what I'm saying? Like everything, engine is a rolling, your brain's going, like you're practically using like 1,200 calories, 1,200 calories on the daily just by living. So if you have an active lifestyle, that's gonna be eating like 800 calories more per day, plus your 800 calories used at working at fucking Denny's. You know what I'm saying? So if I even eat 3,500 calories, I'm not staying the same weight. I'm not maintaining the exact same weight. Hold on, there's a police officer. I'm not maintaining the exact same weight. So if I was in my bed, you know what I'm saying? Like if I ate 3,500 calories, you would stay the same weight, but kind of not really, because you'd be eating like 300 calories of brain food. So you'd be putting 300 calories in the safe, 300 calories in the safe, 300 calories in the safe, 300 calories. So eventually, you know what I mean, you'd be 300. How many equal 3,500 calories? So after like 12 days, you lose a pound. You know what I'm saying? But let's talk about if you eat 4,600, okay, per day. Let's talk about if you eat 4,600 per day. Now, every 3 days, you're gaining a pound, okay? So your 1,000 calories is going in to that safe. You know what I'm saying? It's not being dispersed into savings. You know what I mean? It's not dispersing into the air. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're putting that 1,000 on yourself, right? So if you're, you know, I guess if you're gaining weight, you know what I'm saying, then you know, you're wanting that extra transfer into muscle, you know, the extra fat transfer into muscle, rather than the extra fat transfer into muscle and your body trusting you to pack that on. Or yeah, instead you're packing that into your muscle, and then instead of your muscle taking that off of your body and packing it in itself. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, bulking, you're gonna gain weight. You know what I mean? But you're gonna gain weight in a smaller in a slower rate. That is if you were just eating 4,600 calories per day and not hitting the gym. So what I do is I eat 26 to 2,800 calories a day. So if I do 2,800 calories, 2,800, so I do 3,500 minus 2,800, so 700. So 700 times 4, okay, 700 times 6, 700 times 5. So 700 times 5. So if I had that 700 in the safe, that 700 gap in the safe, in 5 days I'll lose a pound. But I run every day. So my shins, let's look at our calves. My calves are destroyed. My thighs are demolished. My heart rate is going. My back is ripped from cross country. My shoulders are tight. My arms are placed on the bone. Everything is maneuvering. Okay, if you can make a baby, you know what I mean? People be having like one baby, like I don't know what happens. I don't know how that develops, but you're practically like developing like a whole transformation out of nowhere within like 2 hours. That's gonna last you, that one workout is gonna last you for like 3 days. Like you have 3 days of security until like the next workout for it to go flat, you know what I mean? And practically within that 3 days you're just hoping that you don't get discouraged not to go back in, you know what I mean, or like injured, you know what I'm saying? So that's practically all you do to count calories. Like practically you gotta know to give yourself self-credit. Okay, so if I even just did 3,500 calories to 2,600 calories, no matter what, I got 1,000 in the bank, right? Sometimes I just cut off the sake that I even worked out, and sometimes I forget to the sake that I even worked out. But self-credit on being like, bro, like I have 1,000 calories like that I just went poof. Like I can have that if I want to, and I'd still be at my 2,600. Like that's gone. Like I ate that for someone, and it just practically was like me going like that. You know what I mean? So that's when money becomes, that's when food becomes expensive, when you're eating for a whole other person or 2 other people. And then you know when you're feeding a family, you know, full Michael Phelps vibes. Okay, you know when you're feeding a family in groceries in 1 day of like food. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta cut off the workouts and then just like grimy and gum. You know what I mean? Just like my thighs turn into like gum. Like they're getting like you know like what's the thing that you like knead bread with? I don't know, but like, you know what I mean? Like they're just being, I don't know, you know what that thing that you do with like pizza dough and you like roll it and it has like the spikes on it? Like I'm practically having spikes go up and down my legs all the time, and I can feel when my muscle is fasting, because I'm like, bro, like I can't afford these groceries. Like I have to eat myself alive real quick for like the next 5 days. Like I can't keep up with the metabolism. So it's like, you're breaking your metabolism. Yeah, I have to, because it's eating me out. You know what I mean? Like I'm 3 credit cards in, like I'm down, you know what I'm saying? So I can't afford this. So like I'll just sleep and stuff, and I'll have like all my regular stuff, but like even if I need broccoli that day, like that one thing of broccoli is not going to save my thighs hurting. So I do, instead of taking ibuprofen, I take Midol. So Midol is a diuretic as well as caffeine. Pro tip about the Midol. Okay, so Midol is not only a numbing pill for contractions, but since periods are a good like 1/3 of contractions, I suppose, Midol is a soft pill. So when you take Midol, it doesn't hit your liver. Okay, I don't know if you have a past with your liver. You know, we're all adults or whatever, but I don't know if you take like shots of your pre-workout or whatever to make you numb. Okay, so Midol will numb you. Okay, you don't need a drink to numb your body. You don't need to freak out or anything like that for anything of the gym. And ibuprofen hits your liver. You know what I'm saying? So we've all had our times for our liver's sake. Midol, it disperses. It is a soft powder like pill. So it disperses, it goes into your kidneys first. So it's a kidney pill, and it's very soft and tender and powdery, because usually girls can take like 4 of them at a time for the sake of their contractions, you know what I mean? And a lot, like probably like me as a heavy bleeder, needing a heating pad and everything like that, I could take like I could take like 6 to 8 per day, you know what I mean? And the 8 is just the sake of like a tap in. But if I took like 3 ibuprofen in one day, like I couldn't do it. Like, I mean, I could, or like 6 ibuprofen a day. It's a little weird out of some time. So Midol is a soft kidney pill. It disperses in your kidneys, and then it doesn't hit your liver, so it might barely touch your liver. So yeah, hit that as a pro tip. And yeah, it will numb your body up. You don't need a drink to numb your body up. You don't need to freak out. And you don't need to hit anything with your liver. Anything more that is already hit for one organ, it disperses all 3. So you will be good. You'll be numb, and you'll be able to hit it back in the gym. So check out Midol Extra Strength. It's only $3. So go to like an HEB, and a big old bottle will be like $3, bro. So just get it for your sister or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Hi, Joan Jett. Yo, this is crazy.
Amanda.
It's there. It's there.